Hey everybody, Jane here, and I'm doing a review of The 100-Year Diet. This book is about how we as a American society have been looking at weight since basically World War One is kind of the timeline focus on this. And how we've changed in our views of overweight as being a very negative thing, and basically the diet revolution, the diet industry. And all of that has been really a huge thing in the past 100 years. And I think we as modern Americans think that the obesity epidemic is very new and that the constant trying to lose weight thing is also very new. But in reality, it's been going on for a long time, although statistic wise, 100 years ago, there were a lot fewer people who were honestly overweight, like obese, medically obese, versus the people that are now. So, but it's always been a thing, or I shouldn't say always, for the past 100 years, it has been a thing that there's been concern about people and their weight, and they've been trying to come up with methods to lose weight. So this book, and it's not terribly long, is a nonfiction book. Let me see how many pages. That's about 250. Is a nonfiction book about the history of dieting, the different kinds of diets, their origins, and the author's insights. I don't necessarily agree with everything the author says, but it is interesting, her comments anyway. So I ultimately rated this book a 4 out of 5. There were some times it became very repetitive, and there were some times when it became slightly draggy. That can happen with nonfiction. But I did overall enjoy it, and I did find it very insightful. There was a lot of statistics given, and a lot of explanation of where the diets that we use now come from. For me, this is a very personal issue because I have been trying to lose weight my whole life. And understanding that none of these things are particularly new, and all of them, the success rate varies. And it is complicated. And there are some people who honestly have a really hard time losing weight even under the best circumstances. And throughout history, losing weight has been difficult. Seeing where the different diets came from gives me a better understanding of the different things we're trying to do as we try to eat healthier and also to lose weight. Seeing kind of how things work together and the different trends, it was very insightful and very interesting as somebody who has for her entire life basically been trying to find a way to healthily lose weight and not having a lot of success. I don't necessarily feel that this book gives answers. The answers given in this book are basically that most of the diets that exist work while you're on them because they cause you to lose or to not eat as many calories. And when you're not eating as many calories, to a point, you're going to lose weight. So everything from the keto, the Atkins, the vegan, slim fast, diet pills, all of those things either make it you burn more weight or burn more calories or not intake as much calories, which obviously is how weight is lost. The only method that this writer says, basically, to my understanding and my interpretation of what is written, is long-term successful and not 100%, is the diet or the surgery, the bariatric surgery, because it is the only thing that is lifelong and that most people can stick to. It's very difficult to stick to vegan forever or Atkins forever or keto forever. And there are health risks around any kind of diet or diet pills or anything. And I mean, obviously there's health risks with surgery as well. That does not come without risks. The answer pretty much is dieting is hard. This has been a problem for a long time, and we don't have a lot of answers. However, there's a whole industry that is profiting off of making people feel like they need to diet. And while there are cases such as mine of being obese enough that it hurts your health, there are a lot of people dieting who really don't need to diet and who aren't really fat. And that has always been an issue too. The diet industry wants to make people feel like they are a lot heavier than they are and that they need to lose a lot more weight than they do. And just understanding kind of the background was really, really interesting. And I did enjoy this book. If you are overweight, if you've been struggling with your weight your entire life, if you really are trying to understand more about dieting and eating healthy and kind of how the different diets work and where they came from, this book is probably worth picking up. I really found it informative and I did like it quite a bit. All right, guys, this is Jane. My social media is below. If you'd like more content, please make sure you're subscribed. Also, I'm an author. If you'd like to check out any of my books, they are available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Smashwords, basically anywhere online you can buy books. My books are probably available. Till next time, bye.